Welcome.
Am I coming?
Yes.
And I'm moving. That was moving late.
It means you probably have to start to the advice again. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Priscilla. If you're a returning subscriber too, thanks for coming back. So as you can tell, for the very first time we have a guest. So first of all, I'm going to let her introduce herself, then we tell you why she's here.
Hi, my name is Priscilla or Araba. Yes, I'm a Ghanaian studying in Portugal right now.
You're talking like you are shy.
Yes, I'm shy. I'm shy person.
Okay, so she's a self-paying student here in Portugal, and I just wanted to tell us about her process because I was also curious to find out how she got here and like the process, so that the right people who want to know about studying in Portugal can also know how to get here. So we just want to start as quick as you can be and make this as short, so we're going to start with the questions right away. Our first question, why did you decide to study in Portugal? Like all the countries in Europe, you're like, it's Portugal that you want to come to. Why?
Well, to be frank, I wasn't really considering all the countries you're talking about. I wasn't really planning on Japan, but a friend of mine suggested it to me somewhere last year, so I started looking into it and I realized that they have nice weather. It's almost like Ghana, but when I go here, I realized that it wasn't as calm. But I mean, so far so good. So yeah, it wasn't no special reason. A friend of mine, like I said, introduced it to me, and I decided to look through Portugal, and I like it so far.
Because I know a lot of friends who, like, when they apply for a school, the country is like so important to them. Like without the country being where they want to go, they don't want to go.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't pick a school for that reason. So how many courses did you apply for per university?
I think all the schools here in Portugal.
Wait, sorry. First of all, how many universities did you apply for in Portugal?
I applied for 3 schools. I applied to, I think, Braga, Leiria, and my current one, yeah.
Which is University of Algarve, guys. So, how many courses did you apply to per university?
I think all the schools here, they allow you to apply to up to 3 courses. So the one that has vacancies, then you just feature in.
Okay, and how did you get your information with regards to applying to a university here in Portugal?
Everything was on Google. I just went to Google search, type schools in Portugal or universities in Portugal, but the important thing is that you check for schools or you look for schools that have courses taught in English, because this is a non-English speaking country, so you need to tailor your search to courses that are taught in English,
which is very important.
Yeah. When you find the school, you go to their website.
Yeah, because I can't imagine studying in Portuguese and studying in Polish.
I mean,
I can't imagine. And so in terms of school documents, I know every university has a specific document. So what are some of the general documents that cut across to the universities you applied for in Portugal?
Again, I'll refer you to their website. When you go to the school's website, everything is there. All the information, all the requirements that you need is on their website. But yeah, the general one, your transcripts, very important. That's what I can give you. But every school has their requirements. There are some schools that would want you to apostille your certificates before applying. There are some schools that don't require that. You can do that later. So you just go to the school's website, go through their requirements, and then you have all the information there.
But what did you mean about postal?
Okay, so your certificates need to be legalized, authenticated, and verified from your home country, as well as from the Portuguese embassy. some schools require that before you even apply, but other schools would allow you to apply without doing that, then later on you do it.
Yeah.
So you should check all those information, because there are some schools, I think one of the schools, was it Minju or something? Yeah, Minju. I didn't get that school because I hadn't done the verification and authentication of my certificates from the embassy. So that went against me. But the other schools, I think they would allow you to. So check that. It's very important to check the school's requirements before you apply.
Yeah, so as she said, everything is on the website. It's also similar to Erasmus. Every university will provide students with things they need, because obviously they want you to come to their school, so they make it easier by putting every information there. So it's very important for you to check on the university's website or the program's website. In terms of visa application, how is the process? Like, how did you get your information? Because I think since you're like an individual person applying, I feel like it's different getting information than when it's like a group of people applying for a visa.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. It was difficult. I was searching everywhere, on social media, trying to find Ghanaians who are already living in Portugal. And it was so difficult. I mean, I appreciate the fact that we are even doing this now, because it was so difficult finding Ghanaians living in Portugal to even ask information. It was so difficult. So I had to even join Nigerian groups. So now,
so we met actually at the consulate.
Yeah.
When she met me, she was like, are you also going to Portugal? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like,
I was desperate for information.
And then other people are like, yeah, there's the whole group, but it's like for Erasmus. And she was like, can I join?
Yes,
I was like, obviously you should join the Erasmus. I was like, obviously you could join, because we are all going to the same thing.
It seemed then as though I was the only person
you just do it alone.
Yeah, so it's really good that we are doing this, so that we'll give people information, because I think Ghanaians don't usually come to Portugal, but
so many Nigerians though.
Yeah, a lot of Nigerians here. Even I think I'm half Nigerian right now, because they've adopted me. I was finding Ghanaians.
But the half part of me, I welcome you to Nigeria.
Thank you.
Okay, so
so the visa process was quite easy. The only frustrating part was the wait time, waiting for your visa to get into your hand. Oh my god, I waited for like 3 months, and that's, I think it's because we don't have an embassy in Ghana. We have a consulate, so everything is processed in Nigeria. So when you submit your documents, it would have to go to Nigeria before coming to Portugal before coming back, and also it takes a while. But I think now it's better, because some people got this earlier. Yeah. So that was the only stressful part about it. But the visa process was quite simple. You go to the consulate, they'll give you a list of requirements, everything, you'll give you everything. And all you have to do is go back home, get all those documents, plus the money that is required, you add to it together with your documents, you submit to the consulate, you go home and wait for 3 months.
Yeah, they do the rest of the work.
Yeah.
So assuming you are watching from somewhere else, such as in Ghana, and you have an embassy, so your process should be, I think, quicker and easier. So just go to them and then you ask them for the list of documents you need to process your visa. Mostly, I think they're really easy. They just send it to you via email, and then the rest you just start your process. Yeah. And in terms of school fees, is it doable? Is it super expensive? Like how has it been since you've been here?
Oh, I can say for a fact that this place, Portugal, has one of the most affordable universities that I know of, because I've heard, comparing it to other places, I think Portugal has most affordable universities, because where I am right, and okay, let me say this, that it depends also on the course that you're offering, because I'm paying much lesser than some other colleagues that are offering other courses. So it depends, but in general, compared to other countries, I'll say Portugal has the most affordable universities.
Yeah. Okay, and is there any scholarship available in like the university for people who are self-paying?
Yeah. That's why when you go to the school's website, you should pay attention. Try and read everything. Don't be a hurry like me. Try and read everything on the page, because I have a friend here who is, we are in the same class. She actually applied to a scholarship when she was applying to the school. She applied for a scholarship and she got it before coming. But even if you miss out on that one, when you get to the school, you start school. I think your first year, after the first year, per your grades, you are eligible for scholarship.
Yeah.
Automatically. So I think it's a good thing. So even if you miss out on the first one, when you come, you still have the opportunity to get into another scholarship.
So it's actually a good thing, so that like assuming you don't get a scholarship, you know that when you get here, it's still something you can get. So it's actually doable according to what she's saying. And how long have you been here in Faro, Portugal, by the way?
Like 5 months, going to 6 months. Yeah. No.
And so far, how has the university been? Professors, like in terms of the school, how has everything been?
Well, thankfully, all my courses, like all my subjects, are taught in English. That is another point I would like you to pay attention to. When you go to the school's website, you should check on the courses and in what language the courses are taught in. Because if you make a mistake and go and choose a course that is taught in Portuguese, it's going, not like it's not doable. I know people that are studying in Portuguese that don't speak Portuguese, but it's difficult. So you better look out for that one. Make sure you choose courses that are taught in English. All my courses are taught in English, and the professors try their best to speak English and teach us in English. So it's quite easy.
Yeah, because I can't imagine like me studying in Portuguese when like I know nothing about Portuguese. Like for me, I think it's going to be super hard because like I'm going to learn in Portuguese, Polish.
It's
going to be harder. So it's always good to check the website once again. They're just emphasizing like the key points so that when you are applying, you don't find difficulty in things we found to be difficult when we are applying.
Exactly.
Speaking of languages, how important do you think it is to learn the Portuguese language when you're here?
The language is so important. Like I don't know how best to emphasize this. Like it's so extremely important to learn the language. I mean, imagine speaking to somebody that doesn't speak your language or understand your language. How are you going to talk? Imagine going to the markets and then you meet this old woman trying to ask how much is this, how much should I pay you, and all that, and they don't understand what you're saying.
I just smile.
I mean, even if you smile, like then you just smile and go back home without buying anything.
That's true.
The language is so important, and also for us that we usually travel outside to school, and also with the idea that we are going to work and then pay our school fees and our bills. If you're in a country where you can't conversate in English and you're a native English speaker, how are you going to find a job? It's difficult, especially this place. It's very difficult getting a job if you don't speak Portuguese. So the language is a big problem, and it's so important to at least know the basics before you come, and when you come, try as much as possible to learn the language. That's the only way you can live easily here.
Yeah, because even with Google Translate, it's still not enough. As you were saying, like there are a lot of older people who own the grocery shops and stuff here. So without the language, sometimes even reading is even an issue for them. So it's very important for you to like know the basic things you should like see when you go to the shop or you want to buy something.
And when you want to look for a job.
Yeah, for a job.
Seriously, it's difficult if you don't speak the language to get a job here. It's very difficult.
And my last but one question. So, how was the movement process coming to Portugal? Like, what were your preparations before you came here?
It wasn't really stressful. It wasn't really stressful because most people in Ghana don't come to Portugal, so it was quite easy. It was quite easy coming here. The only frustrating part was the wait time. How long I had to wait for my visa, because I had to wait like 3 months before my visa arrived, and that was the most frustrating moments ever, because you are not sure whether you're getting the visa or not, whether you have to prepare or wait till you get the visa. So it was a little frustrating then, but that was all the issue. Aside that, there wasn't any difficulty at all. It was quite easy.
Which is actually good to know. So I guess we are done with the questions, but I just want to add one last thing. Do you have any few words or like last advice you want to give to the people who are watching who want to come to Portugal to study?
Well, I think we've said everything that we could say, but one advice I would give to people who are planning on coming to Portugal or coming to study in Portugal is that you should be financially prepared. At least, if nothing at all, like your 6 months stay here, you should prepare that financially before you make the move. Because this place is not like the other places or other countries that when you go in 2 weeks, in 1 month, you're getting a job to take care of your bills. No, because you don't even speak the language. So how are you even planning on getting a job? Yeah, it's difficult. So I advise people who usually ask me back home in Ghana about life here and everything, I tell them that if you're planning on coming here, at least for your first 6 months stay here, you should be prepared financially. You should have that money for your accommodation, your feeding and everything here. And accommodation here in Portugal is not cheap. It's quite expensive. It's quite expensive, especially if you're planning on going to Faro, because it's a tourist destination. So rent is very expensive. So plan all that before. Your first 6 months is very important. Plan that so that you don't become stranded. There are a lot of people that are. So I'll give this advice to those who are planning to please be financially prepared before you come here. And start learning the language if you can as well. The moment you get your admission, start learning the basics.
But I think
Duolingo.
Duolingo is Brazilian Portuguese, but
but
it still helps.
Okay. It's similar.
Similar.
That's what I used to do. So I can say, eu falo Portuguese, muito Portuguese.
Okay. Okay. So that's it for now. So I'll be dropping her handles either in the description box or somewhere on the screen. So assuming you have more questions or want to make inquiries, you can contact her directly. And I just want to say thanks for coming to.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today. And I hope you've enjoyed the session and you've gotten a lot of information that is going to help you. So. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And so thanks for watching. And until I see you again next time. So bye.
Ciao, ciao.